So in this video, we're going to talk about how to ethically add more members of your household to your chosen online casinos if you wish. And this would ideally multiply the income of your household. Well, so what the big deal is that these online casinos, they want to make sure that you do not have multiple accounts. Well, none of us would really want to do that. But what happens is if folks have multiple members of their household register for the casinos, if they flub it up, they can make the casinos think that some single person has multiple accounts. So that's all we want to do is make sure that we don't throw up red flags. So it's a piece of cake. Let's jump right in and I'll show you how to do it. These online casinos will kick you off for having multiple accounts. I believe this might have to do with there being a 10-hour-a-day playing limit per account, if I read that right in the responsible social gameplay policy. Anyway, a while back, they even made it clear that only one person per household was welcome on to participate. I emailed Chumba's customer support asking if they would make an exception to that rule for my wife, and they pretty much instantly said yes. No problem, just make sure you guys have different email addresses is what they told me. So with Chumba, I have confirmed that it is possible to have two players from one household. Okay, so what's the big deal with multiple players from one household registering with these online casinos? Why is it such a big deal? I believe, this is just my personal theory, that the casinos have to crack down on this kind of stuff to comply with gambling addiction legislation. This is just cooked up in my head, because naturally they would want as much money coming in from whoever, wherever. They shouldn't even care. So why do they care? And that's why I think, because somebody has to hold them accountable. So what it comes down to is they seem to be cracking down on people with multiple accounts. So nobody would really want to do that. So all you got to do is to make sure that you're in the clear. Is just keep all your stuff separated. So let's say that you're a mother and daughter. I actually had this recently, or husband and wife, whatever the case may be. When you register on your own as separately as possible. You want to use separate emails, separate phone numbers, and most importantly, this is what everybody gets hosed on that I've seen in social media, your banking information. Don't share your bank cards. If you've got checking accounts, make sure you use separate banking accounts, checking accounts, save whatever you're having your funds deposited into, with phase 2, you might recall, phase 1. So this is what I saw actually happen to a husband lent his wife his credit card so she could buy sweeps coins, and a particular casino just shut down everything for both of them. I don't know if they ever got it resolved. I'm sure they did, but just to avoid all that, well, I'm not sure they did, but to avoid that, just keep your stuff separate. The only thing you should share in common is your physical address, and that shouldn't have a bearing on anything. So, because all of your points of contact are your email, your phone number, not so sure, but your email and your banking information. These are your biggest points of contact with our casinos, and if you have a conflicting email that's shared with somebody else, or your banking information that's shared with something else, that's going to throw up major red flags, and that's what gets your stuff shut down. So pretty easy, right? Awesome. Well, I hope this helps you, and get cracking, start writing those sweepstakes entries. That's where the money's at. Okay.